Today on Growing Idaho, is the housing market fixed yet? No. Coming into this past spring and summer, a lot of folks around here were hoping that this past buying season would see the return of affordability. Experts said they would not bet on it, and now we see why. This spring, hope sprang that housing prices would plummet, sales would heat up, and we'd be a lot closer to affordability. Did that happen? Simply put,
No.
And Elizabeth Hume, president of Boise Regional Realtors, says it's almost assuredly not going to happen.
Yeah. Boise's very popular, and I think it's going to continue to be popular. And so prices are up, and I don't know that they're going to go down.
When she says prices are not going to go down, she means like ever in a significant way. Why? Well, just like she said, Southern Idaho is very popular. And despite the growth, the quality of life remains high, with a lot of jobs available. That means demand for homes is high and should stay high, which means inventory, or the number of homes for sale, is low. But it is getting better.
A significant change. We do have more inventory. We just don't have enough.
Here's what Hume is talking about. In August of this year, there were 1,070 existing home units, so not new construction, available to buy. That's up from a minuscule 239 units in 2020. But even this year is a fraction of what the inventory was back in 2006, with 2,675 units. And even then, Hume said folks were worried about not having enough inventory. But inventory for a certain type of home is actually setting records right now. Townhomes, partly because they take up less space than a traditional home.
Builders are able to put, 3 or 4 units on something they would have normally put one. When we were growing up in Idaho, you'd saw, a single family house with a lawn, and now we've got all these people coming and we have to put them someplace. So what can we get for most impact?
And they're more affordable for home buyers too. While the overall median price for a home in Ada County is well over $500,000, the median price for a townhome is in the 300s.
Puts it closer to what rent might be, but you're paying, whenever you're buying a house, you're paying yourself rent. That's kind of how I look at those things. So if you're able, as a first-time home buyer, to get into a townhome, that allows you to build some equity, and then maybe you can make that next step.
But forget about the next step. A lot of folks I hear from, especially younger folks, say they can't take the first step in buying a house, which is why some people were hoping for a housing crash so they could maybe finally afford something. Hume says, though, the first step doesn't even require any money. I'll tell you what that is next week on Growing Idaho.